Okay, so Ninja Gaiden 4. I just had a lot of thoughts about this one. When it was first announced, I was literally just half awake, just barely getting up from like the fog of sleep, and just pulled up YouTube about to do my typical doom scrolling, and then suddenly I see Ninja Gaiden 4 in the thumbnail, and I just couldn't believe it. Such a weird, like, I must be still dreaming kind of situation, because I have been waiting for the revival of this franchise for so long. The truth be told, I can't call myself like a true like fan of the actual franchise itself. I've never played any of the actual 8-bit originals. I never even played Ninja Gaiden 1 Sigma. I saw my brother play through it, and saw all the puzzle stuff and the platforming stuff, and didn't want anything to do with that. And then I saw Ninja Gaiden 2, shaved away all of those extra things for the most part and just let it focus on pure action, which is exactly what I was looking for. Unfortunately, the only version I could get my hands on was the Sigma version, which of course added the purple derple magic nonsense instead of actual limbs being cut off. It's like, come on, this is Ninja Gaiden. We come for the blood. We all know what we want. So finally got the chance to play through that with Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. Very recently, loved it, but honestly, my true love for this franchise comes from Ninja Gaiden 3, which, yes, I'm very aware is the black sheep of the franchise. But I love it. It's especially the specifically the Razor's Edge version that came out originally on the Wii U. I can't tell you how many times I played through that game. I love it. It's my go-to character action game. There are many other character action games that I can say without a doubt are far superior. Like Devil May Cry 5 that of course I've played. But it's my go-to game whenever I just want to like a quick 8 to 10 hour experience, just pure action and really not a whole lot more than that. And Ninja Gaiden, I think, does that better than any other franchise, any other character action game franchise out there. So a continuation with Ninja Gaiden 4 was something that I've just been waiting for such a long time. And even if this was just a continuation that was just giving me more of what I love, just more Ryu Hayabusa doing what he does, give me some new enemies, some new environments, and that's all I need, some new weapons and whatnot. But this continuation is doing something so much more significant and so much more impactful to the industry. I think, like in a lot of ways, it does look sort of like it's just like another character action game. It looks like a very refined one, but it's not going to it's not going to be anything revolutionary. But I think it has the potential to be, because of the nature of the collaboration between Platinum Games and Team Ninja. Like, this is like a rock band like situation. It's like two rock bands or two artists, song artists coming together to do a collaboration piece. And you're like, oh my God, I can't believe these two are, coming together to do something like this, to bring their expertise, and collaborate and do something together. It's a very exciting aspect for people who enjoy character action games. It's like these two studios have a very different flavor of action. They're in the same genre, absolutely, but most people who play a Platinum game will say that it doesn't feel really anything like a Team Ninja game. They are very unique. And at first I thought this was no more than just what they're doing with the 8-bit revitalization of Ninja Gaiden, which is Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, which is being developed by the Blasphemous developers, Games Kitchen, I believe is what they're called. They are handling development of that game, but Team Ninja and Koei Tecmo are doing the publishing side of thing, and that's what I assumed this Ninja Gaiden 4 is. It's essentially, hey, Team Ninja saying, we're not doing anything with this IP, so hey, Platinum Games, you do something with it. We'll publish, we'll handle the actual, we'll give you our IP, and you will do the actual like development of it. But that's not what's happening. It's an actual collaboration, from what I've seen at least. And I think the way that they're doing it is very clever. Again, assuming what I'm saying is correct and what I've seen in the trailer is correct, is that Platinum Games are handling the development of one character while Team Ninja are handling the development of the other. It's a dual protagonist game, and you have Platinum Games handling development of the new character, this character from like the Raven clan. And if you watch the trailer, he looks and plays like a Platinum Games character. Like so many people have been making the comparison to Raiden from Metal Gear Rising. Not just because of his voice, obviously, but because of the way he controls and the way he moves. His dodge and everything looks very Bayonetta-ish, like the parries and everything, the aerial combat, like it all looks like a Platinum game. But then the moment it switches over to Ryu, I assumed that it was going to be like, oh, now like let's see how like Platinum Games would handle Ryu Hayabusa's gameplay. It doesn't look anything like a Platinum Games game. The moment it moved, I even saw like a few YouTubers reacting to it, saying, "Wait, is this like a different game? Is this like the older game or something like that?" Because it's like this looks like Ninja Gaiden, and it's like that reaction is exactly what I wanted to see, because that's what's going to make with this potentially revolutionary. Is like you're not just playing a Team Ninja published game that Platinum are putting their flavor into. You are literally playing what feels like Metal Gear Rising and Ninja Gaiden in one. It's like, imagine if you were like playing Metal Gear Rising for like a mission or two, and then suddenly the game just like swapped discs without you noticing. Now you're playing as Ryu Hayabusa. It's like that experience, that bait and switch of like completely different character action game characters being playable in a single game. Because you can say like, oh, like, a lot of like, character action games have multiple playable characters. They do, but every character, despite feeling very distinct in those games, still feel like they're developed by the same developers. Like V from Devil May Cry 5, who literally controls creatures from afar, is a very different feeling character from the other two, Nero and Dante. But I still feel like I'm playing a game developed by Capcom. I like that it has a certain feel to it, the way the character controls. But here, it like, again, like if what I'm saying is turns out to be correct, and this is what they're going for, they really do want you to feel like you're swapping between two developers' games every time you're going to a different character. It's like when you're playing as this new character Raven, you're gonna feel like you jumped straight into a Metal Gear game, like by Platinum, and then 2 missions later, it's like you're playing as Ryu, and you have to completely reshape your brain in the way like how you encounter enemies. And what could make this even more ambitious is the fact that these characters are on opposing sides, which means, when it comes time for these two to clash, it could feel like, okay, so like I'm playing as a Platinum character now, but I'm fighting against a Team Ninja character now. It's like I have to deal with his kind of mechanics and their unique like elements and stuff like that. And then the vice versa. Then there'll be another mission where you play as Ryu having to go up against a Platinum character. It feels like one of those like dream come true moments like that you had when you were like younger, where you thought like, man, how cool would it be if you're like playing Devil May Cry and randomly like Kratos was playable or something. And then again, it wouldn't be like, oh, like it's Kratos if he was developed by Capcom and he was like fighting and moving like a Capcom character. It would be literally, no, just a Sony Santa Monica developed Kratos just copy and paste into like a random like scenario in Devil May Cry, or having Dante in a scenario in, God of War. Like it's that kind of like weird, you know, just something that you dream up as a kid. And I feel like that's what this collaboration has potential to do. We don't know that for certain. Like I said, they already did mention it in their developer diary that both characters do have shared abilities. They both have the iconic Azuma drop and all that. So they will feel similar to a certain extent, with like the flashy finishers and all that. But everything that I've seen so far, it really does look like a proper collaboration, which has me just unbelievably excited. I feel like I'm rambling at this point. I just wanted to give that out because I really do feel like two studios collaborating together that we love and seeing them come together to make something potentially really special is always very exciting. And even if everything that I've said isn't true, and both of these characters essentially still feel like they're either a Platinum game or a Team Ninja game, and not both in some unique like way or energy. I still believe that this game will be I basically, let's put it this way: I see many playthroughs of this game in my future. Like, this is not going to be a one-time put down experience for me personally, because this kind of brand of action is exactly what I look for in games. So, I hope you're looking forward to the game as well. I haven't seen, I don't even think the game's like even main page has broken 1 million views at this time, which is upsetting because I feel like that might like discourage them, the developers, and thinking that, oh, maybe this revitalization won't go any farther than what we've gotten this year with a Ninja Gaiden 2 remake and an 8-bit game with Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, and then a brand new installment with Ninja Gaiden 4 is as far as they'll go with this revitalization, and then the IP will just become dead again for another 10 years or so. So I highly encourage everyone to go check out the games that are already released right now. This is a great franchise if you're looking for proper character action experience, and if you're kind of growing a little, maybe just a slightly sick of, maybe not sick, but just like a little burnt out on like the sort of Souls-like approach to combat that a lot of developers have been going for. You're definitely going to get your fix with Ninja Gaiden, so check it out.